Wait, Sober, is this the house?
100%, yeah.
Oh, hell no.
So what do you say? Would NSG like to join forces with TGW?
Well, I mean, if that's the case, then NSG will gladly accept TGW's proposal.
If love is what you need, a soldier I will be.
For the first time in 3 years, the Gaming Weekly finds itself back where it all began, back to where it all started, back to the parkour of all parkours. Welcome to the Indiana Jones parkour match. For the first time in 2019, the Parkour Championship is on the line. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm AdrianTheVoice, joined by my broadcast colleague, Freak78. Our other broadcast colleague, ShanathanJr, couldn't join us here tonight, but we do have some incredible guest commentators joining us. But Undead, welcome aboard to the Indiana Jones 199 match for the Parkour Championship on the line. This is going to be nothing more but a spectacular broadcast.
Honestly, if the players ain't good, it ain't gonna be spectacular to me at all.
Oh, come on, these are great players, but speaking about great players, we saw them great this past week in TGW. They retained the team championships. It was on Fortnite. Please welcome our guest commentators for tonight, Warhead and EvilClapTrap. And gentlemen, congratulations on that incredible win this past week to retain the championships.
Well, thank you, but I don't really care because you're pointless to me.
Thanks. EvilClapTrap,
Rude ass.
welcome to the broadcast. Well, I do have a couple of questions I will be asking throughout the broadcast, but tonight this match is going to shape the tenure of a TGW superstar because for the first time in more than 3 years, a Parkour Championship match is taking place. Check out the names of past winners of this event. Individuals like Isaac039, a swag ripoff, but there's only one winner in the history of the Gaming Weekly that won the Parkour Championship. His name is Dr. Watson. So strategy, we're going to go and start this out. Undead Freak78, you're in the game right now. What do you need to do to try to reach to the end of the game? Because let's not forget the rules. The rules of this match are simple. You have to pass all these different phases and obstacles to reach to the end of the game to pick up the oddball to be the Parkour Champion. Undead, your strategy to reach to the end.
Well, obviously, you need to know how to do parkour, and yeah, like Swam watching now, not covering ourselves, need to know how to watch out for battle.
As KillerXander just joined the game, so what you're telling me is that the TGW superstars are going to have to deal with each phase one at a time. In other words, the TGW players need to be conservative, not taking any high risks, because if they do that, they're probably going to go downhill at the early start of this matchup. As you can see, Hand Palm Tiger, the ex-Minecraft champion. Let's not forget, a little bit later on into the TGW broadcast, we cannot wait for this one. Hand Palm Tiger is going to be greeted. As you can see, Hand Palm Tiger getting eliminated in the process. I was going to make the point, though. Hand Palm Tiger is going to be greeted by Fireworks Rock. Remember, a few weeks from now, the clan battle is going to be taking place. But I do have a question, though, for EvilClapTrap and Warhead. Gentlemen, this is incredible. But remember, there's another team that you have to face in a couple of weeks for the Fortnite Team Championships on the line. That being the Team 1s consisting of CupcakeStealer, CBK Cheeto, and CBK, who, of course, won the game a few weeks back. Do you have any message for them?
Well, my only message to them is that, yeah, good luck. I mean, we are the best team in TGW. We will never be defeated, if they even think about defeating us.
You weren't.
Well, you guys were incredible TGW superstars. We saw you guys in action this past week on Fortnite. Also joining us, the man who is located on the hacker has found a stop the hacker for the Avenge of Rebel Tea Time as the round is already over. Please welcome CupcakeStealer right now. Cupcake, welcome.
I'm here.
And CupcakeStealer, you saw this very, very eerie, this disturbing building this past week in TGW, and I was going to ask you, have you guys occupied it yet?
Nope. We're doing that soon.
Well, we're going to find out as this matchup is going to start again, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Parkour Championship on the line for the first time in TGW in 2019. Again, there's only been one Parkour Champion crown, that being Dr. Watson, as we're getting set for the next round here. There are contrasting styles, to say the least. Methodical versus fast pace. There are some pros and cons. Let's just say if a person's going to be taking the methodical pace, the very slow pace to try to reach to the end of the map, they're going to have to... As we're back on TGW to determine the Parkour Championship on Halo Reach, joined by Undead Freak78. Warhead, EvilClapTrap, the team champions, at least 2 out of the 3. Let's Go is not here tonight. And also CupcakeStealer on commentary. But let's go back into this game, though. I want to analyze this game because I was trying to make the point earlier on. There was 2 contrasting styles, to say the least, methodical versus fast-paced. Now, if you're going to be a methodical person, which is pretty interesting, you can do that. But a methodical person, though, you're going to have to try to make sure that it's going to be the race against time. You can take a slow approach as opposed to a fast-paced person. But if it's going to be a fast-paced person, you also have to wonder what's going to be your next mistake. The more fast you go, the more prone you are for mistakes. Isn't that true, Undead?
Yep.
Suspense and nerves now could come into play as well when it comes to the kill balls. You can see now Enter being 801 is now going to land on his feet. This is going to be the difficult task, though. This is one of those phases, as Enter being 801 is going to find out shortly, which is probably one of the toughest phases in Indiana Jones 199 history. Is Enter being, though, going to be the first TGW superstar to surpass this entire phase right now. Enter being 801 is going to do it, and he doesn't know. Perhaps no. The ledge pushed off Enter. Lieutenant Wolf is down. Alarming Pomo 8 is down. The Ghost Recon 24, Hand Palm Tiger still on her feet. The former Minecraft champion, Hand Palm Tiger, who lost the title against Fireworks Rock. Fireworks Rock, though, from what I understand, is going to be a little bit later on in a Halo Reach map. Has something to say concerning the clan himself. Up into the next round. And back into the team champions, though, Mr. Warhead and EvilClapTrap. Again, you guys are very, very arrogant in a way where you guys think that you guys are cocky and being the best TGW superstars. However, I do have to give you props. But the question is this, though. Do you guys feel that you guys are going to be the Fortnite champions for a long time to come?
Yes. Yes. We are the best. There's no question of will we be taking down. No, we won't, because in all Fortnite history for TGW, we will be there for the longest. And I hope I don't have you to commentate us anymore. But
thank you.
Besides.
I appreciate that. As this Indiana Jones 199 Parkour Championship match is up for grabs, the first person to reach to the end of the map will be the Parkour Champion. And high above the entire map, it is the ominous Oddball to determine again the champion for the first time since 2016. And what would this mean to a win for one of these TGW superstars? Think about it. If one is able to reach to the end of the map, it will propel their TGW 10 to the next stratosphere. It will make sure that they're climbing up the ranks completely different, though, compared to any other TGW superstar, because we've seen over the past couple of years, the Gaming Weekly superstars have been able to win championships via battles. This is a parkour champion, so it's quite rare. A rare appearance on Halo Reach tonight. But Undead Freak 78, going back to you now, in your perspective, do you believe this Indiana Jones match is quite difficult?
I believe it's quite stupid. It ain't difficult for me, of
come
course,
on now.
because I'm experienced in everything, as you know. But for everybody else, yeah, I say it's difficult. But also,
Well, of course you are,
stupid.
right? Yeah, you're going to sit there and boast about yourself, right?
Oddball.
Yes.
Nonetheless,
Best,
though,
I always
Undead
have
Freak-
been.
Thanks. Undead Freak 78 in the game, who's going to have the opportunity to become the parkour champion. If you actually do win this entire game and become the parkour champion, you may very well claim that you're one of the best, but until then, you're a regular TGW superstar, at least in my mind. Halo Reach, we've seen some aggression against the opponents, always there to ground eliminate the opponent over the past couple of years, but this is a quite different strategy. This is a quite different field. In this game, you're not worried about taking out as many possible opponents you can. In this one, you have to surpass the opponent. This is a race against not only a time, but also against the opponents themselves. Because remember, the first person to reach to the end of the oddball and pick up the oddball will be the champion, as Llama right now landing on his feet. And this is going to be very interesting. This is the phase that gets mostly every single person. Whenever they propel themselves off the cannon, it's really interesting because it will push them off. Can the first TGW superstar, by any chance, though, surpass this phase right now? Can he do it? And perhaps not. No, it's Leo, who completely dominated by that platform. Also, CupcakeStealer, you're also going to be one of the TGW superstars to locate this hacker. You're going to be the one with SoberSwine. Has SoberSwine ever... Wait a second! Wait just a second! Izayami just did it! Izayami just completely did it! Izayami surpassed that phase! I can't believe she just did it! She just did it. SoberSwine, though, and CupcakeStealer, again, you two are going to be locating this hacker. And wait a second, it seems to be that the kill ball has blocked Izami's way, and Izami, there we go, the kill ball just disappeared. So now Izami's going to have the open and going to capitalize into this matchup right now. Izami now reaching under the platform, going to continue to the end of the map to try to pick up the ball. Quick question, though. CupcakeStealer, is SoberSwine a trustworthy friend enough to actually work with the guy?
Yeah, he's very trustworthy.
Seems to be, though. Former TGW Minecraft champion is SoberSwine. Look at his Zombie, though. Oh my, walked right into the kill ball. And we couldn't crown a parkour champion here tonight, but it was a great resilience for the TGW Superstars themselves. And I'll tell you, I don't envy the players at this moment. All the grueling obstacles, the scratching, the clawing to reach to the end, the speed that can be negated, though, we saw the kill ball do so, and they were trying to radiate, they were trying to navigate through the entire map to reach to the end. There were some flips and turns, so to speak, but this was a completely different map, ladies and gentlemen. This was a completely different game. The Parkour Championship on Indiana Jones 199, this is much different than Fortnite. You can get a finger stuck in there. Nonetheless, though, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, though, we cannot wait for this one. Undead Freak 78 has a huge announcement to make. Well, this is pretty interesting. Undead Freak 78 has something to say about, well, something. Undead?
All right, Adrian, just shut your noxious robot mouth hole at least for a second, so I can wish someone a very special happy birthday.
So you went from calling out people to giving birthday shout-outs. I gotta hear this one.
Well, shut your trap a minute and you'll hear it. So, there is a very special friend of mine, Chrissy. Chrissy is 16 today, and I have known her for quite a long time now. A lot of people in the past and recently have hurt her because what I believe, they are jealous of how amazing of a person she really is. But I want to dedicate this moment to her because she is probably the closest friend a person could ask for ever. She's saved my life once before, so really, I owe her everything.
I can't believe this.
Will you shut up before I show you how cold my heart actually is when I beat your ASS with my famous knuckle sandwich?
Well, you can continue. You can continue.
So, without any more interruptions from Goofball Adrian, I would like to wish today, July 19th, 2019, a very happy birthday to Chrissy Cat. I also have a song. It's a classic. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Adrian. Sing with me while I want you instead of being a useless tool for once.
Okay, but it only makes you sound like an idiot.
Alright. So follow me.
Alright.
Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chrissy Cat.
Happy
birthday to you.
Did terrible.
Thank you. That was probably one of the greatest happy birthday singing in history. Nonetheless, happy birthday to Chrissy Cat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news, though, Undead, because over the past couple of days, some sort of broadcast signal trying to interfere with our signals. However, we can't figure out what that is and where it's coming from. Many fans, though, are speculating that it's coming from the grave where Rebel Tea Time and Yellowish Object were buried. We are scrambling some TGW players to decode that transmission. We'll find out next week, though, in the Gaming Weekly if we can get some sort of decoding or some sort of message out of that transmission. But ladies and gentlemen, here tonight, absolutely incredible. We're going to go ahead and continue Halo Reef later on tonight. But what a show of display by all these TGW superstars. It was not to be, but it was so close for some of these great TGW superstars who had the chance, who had the opportunity to become Parkour Champion. But again, it was not to be. Still, Dr. Watson is the only Parkour Champion in TGW. Some exclusive footage right now, ladies and gentlemen, here part of the Gaming Weekly for the first time ever. TGW is going to be representing and presenting a Fortnite event. It's going to be a one battle between a monster and a robot. Welcome aboard, everybody. Everyone is joined by Warhead, one of the tag team Fortnite champions. Welcome aboard. This is going to be a mammoth of an attack. Oh, look at this. The match has already begun, and there are the body shots there. There's the robot. The robot completely tall, already staggering is the monster right now. And the monster is going to be a bit eerie here after the body shots at this juncture in time. Well, who do you think that the upper hand is meant to the robot or this monster?
I definitely think the monster has a chance at winning.
The monster, perhaps so, but wait a minute. The robot, though, is picking up some speed and momentum right here, Warhead. When he's shot there again to the abdominal area of the arena. And the monster.
Look at the monster charging up the shot. Boom! Look at that, right in the mid-side.
Knocking down the robot in the process as the monster is turning tables now. You just saw the robot picking up some offense here, but the robot is back to a vertical base.
Look at the robot going in for a power shot. Boom!
Charge again. Now spin.
Right there, heading straight into the offside of the map, into the ocean. Is that it, Adrian? Do you think that's it?
I think that's gotta be it. The robot had the wherewithal to go into a vertical base and deliver this massive spear-like maneuver on the monster. And the monster's already down, but
Oh, look at the robot's coming back up, maybe to celebrate.
perhaps so. I believe the monster's down, and I believe it's over.
Real quick, we have to oh, look at that monster right behind him.
Wait a minute, from behind, oh my god, this monster's scratching and clawing, trying to rip the face off this robot. This robot is completely immune, or at least I should say immune from all the attempts from this monster. Look at the monster! The monster's got nothing in this robot here!
The robot has no chance. Oh, the robot is reversing it over the mountain.
But how much more does this
Robot
robot
is
have left?
damaged.
Look at the
Yes.
robot.
Wait,
Look at
when we have
state
the
of
chance to
robot
look
right
at
now.
him. Down his... Oh my.
Look at the
Robot's
survey
got
of the
it.
damage
Look at the
here
monster's
delivered by the
coming back up.
monster.
Look at the monster over there real quick. Let's zoom in.
And this is eerie. Look, this is eerie, and I'll tell you, this monster
getting
now
back up.
doesn't have everything that he needs. Because the robot is getting back
Oh
up
my,
here. The
pulling
robot
out.
is
Pulling out
recharging.
the floor. Giving him more power to support the system, everything. Giving him more power. Watch this. Boom! Right in the skull.
Across the skull. You were right. The robot was picking up the power there, and the monster's down. What do you think is going to do next?
I don't know. Look at him. He's
The
preparing for
robot is
something.
now measuring the...
Wait,
Yeah,
look
the
at that. He's
robot is
picking up
looking
a
at the
statue.
fallen
Do you guys see
monster.
that? He's picking up a statue. A sword.
But what
A
is
sword.
this? You gotta be kidding me! Oh my god! Oh my god! The robot has the sword! The robot has the sword! The monster's out!
Look at him. Bring the monster card. Watch it. Boom!
The end
Right
is here!
in
The
skull.
end is here! The end is
Adrian,
here for
that
the
was
monster.
amazing, man.
Across the skull.
Look at that. Look at his body
Absolutely
deteriorating from our pure. Now he's celebrating with one arm.
But now he's celebrating. Well, can you? I actually know all about that dance. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe it. We just saw a one-on-one match between the robot and
Let's
the monster.
freeze that right
At one
there.
point, the monster was picking up the. Yeah, look at this. This robot is celebrating. He just defeated this colossal of a monster. This monster, again, this mammoth that was almost so close to destroying the robot. The robot, his
Being
limbs, everything cut
stabbed.
off. The robot nearly destroyed. But
Exactly.
that monster has been deteriorated. You can see the skin
No.
beginning to fall off. There's nothing left but bones. We have some breaking news. The Gaming Weekly for the second time is going to be hosting the Sword Tournament Championship Chase on Halo Reach. AdrianTheVoice, UndeadFreak78, and ShanathanJr. at Gameside. Welcome, gentlemen, to the broadcast.
Hello, Goof.
Well, Undead, welcome aboard. And Shanathan, this is going to be your first time being part of Halo Reach. Part of the Gaming Weekly, that is. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a part of this Sword Tournament Championship Chase, there are some rules. I'm going to be going to the party chat, or at least the game lobby, to explain the rules right now. Ladies and gentlemen, for the second time in this community, the Gaming Weekly is going to be hosting the Sword Tournament Championship Chase match. And for anybody out there that is unfamiliar with the rules, the match rules are as follows. Over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be determining 5 #1 contenders. You see, the Sword Tournament Championship consists of 5 rounds. Each winner will be advancing for the #1 contender. Every single week, once we crown a #1 contender, in the 6th and final week, there will be a 5-man free-for-all for the Sword Tournament Championship. So the rules are simple, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to spawn in. You're going to have an energy sword. The way to win is by eliminating your opponents via the energy sword by either pushing them off the cliff or you're going to kill them with the energy sword itself. And of course, the man with the most amount of points will be the winner and will be the contender, will be advancing to the Sword Tournament Championship chase. It's a battle of endurance, a battle of speed, a battle of quickness and determination. For anybody who is going to be here tonight, good luck, and we'll crown a new Sword Tournament champion. Back at Gameside, and ladies and gentlemen, we have some incredible news. Very special broadcast here tonight, because not only are we joined by UndeadFreak78 and ShanathanJr, but ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in 2 years joining us tonight on the Halo Reach, and for the first time since the Summer Bash event we saw this man, please welcome XboxFreakPete joining me on the commentary side of things. Welcome back, partner.
Yeah, what's up, boys?
XboxFreakPete, you make your return tonight, and I have so many questions to ask you, but I'm so excited to work with you again. Welcome aboard. Oh!
Yes, and great.
Well, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Xbox, I cannot wait for this one. This is going to be so much. Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. But let's talk about the rules again. For the next 5 weeks, we're going to determine the number one contender. Each contender is going to be advancing to fight for a free-for-all championship opportunity for the Sword Tournament Championship. As the Sword Tournament Championship chase, the last time we did this back in October of 2017, we crowned a Swag Griffball as the first ever Sword Tournament Chase champion. Now, listen, Xbox, to kick off this broadcast, I got to ask you, what's the type of strategy you would employ in this matchup?
Well, look, don't try to team with anybody, because if you try to team with anyone, they will eventually backstab you.
That's a very good point.
So that's the first rule. And while you're dueling, the best strategy is to bounce back and probably swing, and then that's your opportunity to strike at him and kill him.
That's very good. Incredible strategy that you just laid out, because some of these TGW Superstars are going to be delivering the strategy here tonight. UndeadFreak78, I'm going to ask you this question, though. You're in the game right now for the Sword Tournament Champion. You were a previous Sword Tournament Champion back in the past. This ShanathanJr. Nowhere, where they shot into the midsection already, measuring the opponent. Going back to the point, though, that I was making, UndeadFreak78, you are a former Sword Tournament Champion. Are you going to be using your expertise in this match to deliver the incredible showcasing capabilities here tonight in this competitive matchup here in TGW?
Well, what do you think? You think I'm just gonna sit there and look pretty? No. I mean, we did now, but doesn't mean I'm not gonna win.
Well, actually, Undead, you are a dead man. You're down right now. You have 0 points. You can bounce back, though. Nonetheless, though, ShanathanJr., this is your first time being in a TGW broadcast. Your thoughts on the experience? Wait a second. Spartan, completely decimating ShanathanJr. Shanathan, your experience right there.
Spartan's pretty darn good.
For sure.
Slayer.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the, right? That's going to be exactly one of the downfalls in this matchup. Sometimes you're going to have to try to calculate when you're going to have to hit that RT button. Well, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the commentary side of things as well, it is 1/3 of the Tag Team Fortnite Champions. Please welcome Warhead. And Warhead, welcome back. We saw you in the previous segment, a part of the Indiana Jones 199 Parkour Championship match. You're joining us here tonight. Welcome aboard, Warhead.
Thank you there, Adrian. Yes, I'm back from the other segment of the video.
Well, I have to ask you, though. So far, we're seeing Spartan. Spartan is winning this game with 4 points. Do you believe Spartan has the upper edge in the entirety of this matchup for the Sword Tournament number one contender to crown, the first contender out of the 4 weeks?
I think that he does have a chance. I mean, look at the guy. He's already 4 points already, actually. Probably going on 5, but this man will probably win this match, and I can't wait to see what he does next.
Well, good point, though. He actually does have 5 points right now. Spartan taking control of this matchup. Also joining us on the commentary side of things, please welcome CupcakeStealer. Welcome aboard, Cupcake.
Hello.
Now, Cupcake, I understand that later on tonight, you're going to be occupying that eerie building that we saw last week in TGW for the purpose of locating the hacker, as this matchup is beginning to break down here. Tucked at Vipers where they shot into the midsection. I believe that's Dragonborn last with UndeadFreak78. Dragonborn has 3 points. Undead is looking on, and this is going to be an interesting battle between two superstars who are determined the number one contender here in TGW. But going back to the phase question, again, that building that you saw earlier this week, tonight will be the night you occupy it. Is there some sort of strategy, is some sort of, I don't know, plan that you're going to be having here tonight?
Probably not. We're just probably going to go in it and search it for papers, information, We really don't know what to expect.
Well, that's a very good point, though, that you just made, because we don't know what's going to be happening over the next couple of weeks. Everything dealing with the Ender Hacker is unexpected as Dragonborn looking on to the opponent begin to measure. The question is, who's going to strike first in this Dragonborn right now? These two going at it, shot into the midsection in the middle of the map right now. Who's going to be the last man standing out of this round? But this is an interesting game, ladies and gentlemen, as Dragonborn just wield the energy sword right into the spine in front of the opponent right there. But I was always going to make the point, though, this is one of those games where if you're last man standing, it doesn't necessarily matter. You just have to have the most amount of points. For instance, we just saw Dragonborn was the last man standing earlier on. However, still winning the game is Spartan. XboxFreakPete, my broadcast colleague for tonight. Xbox, you're not in the game. Well, you are in the game right now spectating. However, you're not necessarily playing. I have to ask you, partner, though. You are a former champion, a gladiator champion along with a sword tournament champion. I have to ask you, though, are you ever going to be participating in a Halo Reach event ever again?
There will more than likely be one time that, you know, like during these 5 weeks, I will appear. Not only will I appear in the Sword Tournament Championship chase, I will go on to the finals with the 4 other competitors.
Well, just like the old days.
To win the Sword Tournament Championship once more, yeah.
You are a former Sword Tournament champion, also a Gladiator champion. This match again is beginning to break down. The first man to at least have the most amount of points by the end of the game will indeed be winning this #1 contender, round 1 for the Sword Tournament Championship chase. To reset the rules, ladies and gentlemen, over the next 5 weeks, we're going to be crowning 5 #1 contenders at the end of the week for the 6th week, that is. The final round, it is a 5 free-for-all man battle for the Sword Tournament Championship on the line as Undead Freak 78 now beginning to stalk the opponent. The map is loading in, and you know, I was doing some research earlier today. These Spartans with all that armor weigh half a ton, 1,000 pounds, perhaps maybe coming to play here as you see now Undead Freak strikes at the opponent right now. Size does not matter. It's all about agility and skills. It is a battle of testament and will as Undead Freak. Somebody got struck down, though. Wow.
And I think he's cheating.
Well, I believe... Oh, how can you say that he was cheating? He was playing by the rules. Undead.
Everybody is a bunch of cheaters.
How can you say that? Every single TGW superstar is playing by the rules.
Excuses in Sword Tournament.
The rules.
There's no excuses.
Who follows rules anymore? Rules are stupid.
Who follows rules?
The only rule of the Sword Tournament is to just kill the opponent.
Exactly.
That is your main objective.
And the main mission as well, Graves and Prince, I believe, is the only man standing. But let's not forget again, just because you're the last man standing does not mean that you're going to be winning the entire game. You must have the most amount of points at the end of the game to advance into the #1 contender spot to determine the #1 contender for the Sword Tournament Championship chase. Going back to what Undead just said, though, I can't believe that you just said that the TGW Superstars are cheating here tonight. I believe they're doing a really good job here. Oh, come on. How can you say that as Curious the Panda able to strike Graves down? Spartan's looking on. Curious the Panda
I don't like any of these people.
Undead, what is wrong with you? Why can't you give any of the TGW Superstars credit? They're doing a really good job here tonight. Come on.
Would I give losers credit?
So wait a second. You're talking about yourself right now? You have 2 points. You're losing the game. And I wouldn't call these TGW Superstars losers. I believe they're doing a great job. They are knocking the wind out of the opponent, so to speak.
Watch
me.
They're
doing a really impressive job tonight.
I'm going to come back. I guarantee you.
That's one thing that one of the superstars are going to have to do as well. They're going to have to try to bounce back as Dragonborn looking to bounce back now, looking on ahead. The opponent is down. Grave is down. Undead is down. Mick is down, Spartan is down, Furious Master 4 still on his feet, beginning to pick up the momentum here, and this is interesting. Furious Master 4 was suspended, the suspension has been lifted, but again, ladies and gentlemen, Furious Master 4 comes back here tonight, was a former Minecraft champion, looking to become the first ever Sword Tournament champion in this TGW tenure, as now the battle is beginning to ensue, looking to pursuit against this opponent right now. I believe if that, oh, there we go, Toxic Viper's low. This matchup now is beginning to ensue here. Vipers with that energy sword. I was also doing some research. The energy sword, the choice of weapon of this matchup, has so many ionized blades, have a great gripping as CupcakeStealer is down and out. Dragonborn out beginning. Oh my, I may have, of course, clicked the RT button late. Furious Master 4 is climbing up the ranks, ladies and gentlemen. He is climbing up the ranks and beginning to feel the momentum. There's a momentum shift towards Furious Master 4, and I believe this could perhaps be Furious Knights. What a way for Furious to return to the Gaming Weekly and win the #1 contender spot.
Adrian, real
Yes.
quick question. Imagine what Furious Master 4 is thinking right now. He just defeated Spartan, the current, well, he was the current person in the lead of this matchup. And now look at Furious Master striking
he's beginning to strike, and I agree with you. Furious Master's confidence levels are beginning to build because he just took down Spartan. Spartan being the biggest threat. But right now, Furious Master beginning to measure the opponent of these two stocks.
Imagine the pressure right now.
Well, there's tons of pressure right now.
Imagine what he's thinking right now. Imagine, as he just killed. Look at him with the 8 points in the lead.
Yeah, Furious Master.
What he's thinking right now. He is probably celebrating like crazy. We can imagine what he's doing right now.
Well, Furious Master 4 is the only one left, and I agree with you. I believe Furious Master 4 is indeed celebrating as Spartan went down. But ladies and gentlemen, wait just a second. Furious Master 4 is the only one left. Does this mean that the entire round is over with? Furious Master 4 is going to be the #1 contender?
I believe so.
Let me reconfirm with the creative directors right now, ladies and gentlemen. Before I get a confirmation from the TGW directors, let me pose this question to you, CupcakeStealer, because coming up next, it is the Minecraft scene, which we'll be seeing. And that fiend, that infection, the Ender hacker that made his presence felt. Never mind, I take that back. This is not the final round. We continue here tonight on the Sword Tournament battle. But going back to the fiend, known as the Ender hacker, who made his presence felt just a couple of weeks back at the Summer Bash event. CupcakeStealer, are you at all afraid? Are you at all perhaps worried?
A little bit.
You may be. Well, there you are. You're a bit afraid, right?
Suicide.
Well, why can't you just stop then? You're looking to indeed avenge Rebel Teton's death. But Rebel Teton was the man who targeted the Gaming Weekly for so long. Can't you just support the Gaming Weekly and move on already?
Well, I thought I had got betrayed by you guys.
Well, I
but
don't think
then
TGW betrayed anybody, I believe. Well, it was Rebel Teton who perhaps brainwashed you, but I believe UndeadFreak78 probably believes that CupcakeStealer should avenge the death of Rebel Teton, right? The Rebel Weekly going against the Gaming Weekly.
Yeah.
Undead. How can he say that?
Because, listen, Rebel was never...
Oh, man. How was Rebel? We'll get to that in just a bit. But ladies and gentlemen, again, I do want to make the point that side does not matter in this match. Not just that, but also there's going to be so many tactics like isolation tactics like Toxic is doing so here. Isolating himself, trying to reassess the situation, trying to reevaluate what he needs to do next. There's so many strategy game plans to determine the #1 contender again to advance into the 6th round for that Sword Tournament Championship chase. And in the final of this match, we will be crowning a #1 contender. Still winning is Furious Master. Yes, Warhead.
So, back to the Ender hacker, may I talk about that for a minute? Imagine,
Absolutely.
He's been doing this for 2 years, right? 2017.
Yes.
So, back in 2017, I just have the question, what makes him come to TGW? That's the question on everybody's mind. What makes him come to TGW?
Well, we don't know, and that's a very good question, though. What's the motive of the Ender hacker? And we've been asking this question over the past couple of years. Why in the world has the Ender hacker targeted the Gaming Weekly? We don't know why the Ender hacker has done so, but he's just done it. Do you believe it's because the Ender hacker can do whatever he wants since he's a hacker? Warhead?
I think that he thinks he probably wants to keep everything of his past, his history, anything that involves him as a secret. But he wants people to know that he's dangerous and that he's out there.
Oh
Maybe
my!
he's following Cupcake, who knows?
But wait a minute! As we get to that story in just a bit, Furious Master 4, who bounced back here tonight in the Gaming Weekly, is now the #1 contender, advances into the Halo Reach Sword Tournament Championship match that takes place 5 weeks from now to determine the champion. It was a great show of display from all TGW superstars here tonight. It was a full capacity crowd in TGW on Halo Reach. The fact that Halo Reach came out back in 2010 and 9 years later we're still hosting TGW events, that is absolutely remarkable to me. But XboxFreakPete, I have to ask you though, how awesome was Furious Master tonight?
Despite him being rude, you know,
right?
I mean, tonight, 9 kills. That's actually pretty good for a recruit, but I have been there, done that. I'm a 2-time. I'm pretty sure no one in this lobby can even come close to achieving. You just wait till I enter the tournament.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what you said, though.
I
You have the experience factor. You have the resume. You have the expertise. XboxFreakPete, a TGW legend on all platforms here, part of the Game Weekly, including Halo Reach. Yeah, and XboxFreakPete looking to reclaim the Sword Tournament champion. We're going to be finding out, though. Again, XboxFreakPete, it was a pleasure to work with you here tonight again. And UndeadFreak78, well, your thoughts. You lost the match. You were claiming that everybody was cheating. Let me guess, you're going to go ahead and claim that everyone was cheating there.
No. I want you to listen. Here's my thoughts. I agree with Freak Pete at some capacity.
All right.
That, yeah, Furious Master is not good. I claim this as luck. Just plain luck. And you want to know what else I claim it as? I do. I claim it as cheating. Cheating.
How is Furious Master cheating?
Somehow he modded himself to make his sword better than everybody else's. So I believe that he dealt double damage.
You stop?
I'm sorry, but I think he cheated.
You know why you're saying this? You're saying this because you lost here tonight. That's why.
No, I'm not saying I lost. I'm the best. I'm the best.
Objector. All right. Look, Toxic Viper, he had 7 kills, right? But there was 2 other people that he was fighting. They fell off the map. So if he would have gotten kill credit for those kills, he would have been tied with Furious Master.
That's actually a good point. And speaking of which, though, we can see Toxic Vipers again. Except for one person, Furious Master. Furious Master has already been a concrete #1 contender, we know that. However, next Saturday, a part of the Gaming Weekly, we cannot wait for this one. It's going to be round 2 of the Sword Tournament Championship Chase. We have another map known as Chronic Sword Duel. We're going to be crowning the second one, and again, eventually we'll be crowning a Sword Tournament Championship. I cannot wait for that one. But again, we can see all the TGW members we're seeing right now in the lobby. We can see them next week for the Championship Chase. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tremendous night here tonight, a part of the Gaming Weekly, and well, I cannot wait for what's going to be happening up next because CupcakeStealer, you of course will be going to the Minecraft side of things to locate the Ender Hacker. Good luck.
What's moving?
Understood.
This house is torn to pieces.
I did hear something.
This chest contains a note. It says the origins of the hacker.
Read it.
I will read it. The hacker origins come from the Game Weekly times where the channel had under 1,000 subs. He originally wanted to get revenge. He was once believed to be kicked. He only wants to ruin the channel's broadcast and go for certain members.
That's
KISSI.
devastating.
What?
I found a trapdoor down here.
Alright.
I'm gonna binge watch videos on
This room is...
What?
This room is... I don't know what this room is. I'm going down here though.
Wait, let me see it.
Okay.
There's a guy down here.
What the hell? I'm coming.
Oh. Oh. What do you need help with? I'm the only one here.
They're
coming. Oh,
Bruce,
what you can fix that? Come with me. Almost there.